Okay, let's see what we got here. Can't believe that thing kept going up. Hmm. Save your. I think I'm just gonna stick with this. Good morning. Good morning. Another beautiful trading day. Looking at the what transpired yesterday, we had a lot of stocks in the healthcare industry kind of take over the day. Today we're definitely seeing a little bit of a. I mean, we see this almost every Wednesday. It's like the midweek, the hump day, and we kind of just got to be careful what's going on in the market. So let's look at the SPY real quick. It looks like it's back up to almost 400. Powell to speak to Republican Study Committee on Wednesday. Is that this Wednesday? Yeah, that's today. So Powell is speaking again today. Maybe a little bit of uncertainty there on the interest rates. I want to see what he comes out to say. Maybe it might just purely be on the banking situation or the interest. We'll see. Good morning, Lori. Um, but yeah, looking at the scans today, we got FRC leading the way with only 2 million shares of volume. We got Tesla, PYXS, AMC, BABA. I really think BABA can break 100, but maybe I'm shooting too high. Yesterday, BABA absolutely ripped from $92 up to the 97. Mara, CSCO, MU, CCL, and SI. SI has been my only trade on the week. Green trade on SI. I saw it. Let me see what day was that. So SI over here, it was on this day right here. This day right here, which was March the 27th. So this is the 4-hour chart. I saw it come down, press down into this 4-hour. I was like, okay, well, I'm wondering, can this thing stay above 175? And it continued to hold that whole 4-hour around this 189. And so as soon as it came back up to 199, I bought 2,000 shares there at 199, and it ripped up to about 210ish, and I was just taking profit. I was taking profit off, but I was looking to take on that day. VWAP wasn't where it is now. VWAP was like right at the top of this wick, and I was just taking off chunks as it was going up. So that was about around like 70 something bucks on that one, but it got a little choppy. I was up more because it went up to 210, and I was like, man, this thing can break 210. And I just gave it a little bit of time, but I was just chopping some bigger, larger chunks off at that 210 level because I didn't know if it could break, and it couldn't. So it started coming back down, and by the time it started coming back down, I was holding maybe like 1,200 shares and just selling on the way down, just to keep it green. And then when it failed, when it showed me that it was failing VWAP, I just went ahead and got down to about 500 shares and just put a stop in above my break. So I was like, whatever. I took some, but I really wasn't looking for much with 2,000 shares. I mean, all I need is 10 cents. But it definitely would have been. Anyway, VKTX was one that was grinding. I mean, it was a hard grind higher yesterday. We were watching it. Rooster, you know, he was like, man, I'm about to get into that thing, man. And I was like, I don't know, 15 is looking like the make or break point. And so we're looking at 15. Oh, yesterday it continued to throw wicks down and throw wicks up, do little false breakouts, but hold that 15 level. Now, I thought it was gonna dive. I was like, man, this thing, I can see this thing back at 12. But it continued to grind higher into the aftermarket and even here into the pre-market. It got over the 16s, but we'll see what kind of action it gets today. It only has 443,000 shares traded on it right now. So we'll see. Lori said PYSI is the stock of the day. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then she said traded SI. Yeah, I traded that. You bought it at the wrong price and time. Yeah, I just wasn't confident in it. Like, I like to see them kind of show me that they have a little bit of get going around the two. I want to see it hold the two. Now, even though it failed, it was a very quick trade anyway. I mean, the trade wasn't, I don't even know if that trade was 5 minutes. It just shot up 205. And I was like, okay, I'm up 5 cents on 2000. Shot up again 208. I started taking profit at 208. And then it hit 210. And I was like, okay, here comes the break. I got hopeful. And I didn't take any profit at the 210, and then it jutted back down to 205. I was like, yeah, let me start peeling off. Got nervous. I was like, don't do me like that. Then again, it wasn't a super low float, so you know the range wasn't the best. But on the day that I traded it, it was a leading volume mover. There were a lot of eyes on it, which is why I was like, this could be interesting. Could have somebody trapped in here, so let's give it a go. GBIO down here, we were watching that one. That was the one that Moderna had invested in. It has come down twice to this level of the two, or did somebody just text me? Yeah. Came down twice to this level of the 475 and continues to hold here right around the $5. I don't know if I like that action. It's only had 15 shares of volume traded. It is up 5%, but I don't know. That one, if we look over here on TOS, it was up, or no, it wasn't ever up here. But yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's going to compete on the day. It's definitely not going to be a day trade. It'll probably be something that I would need to hold. But it has been holding up that 450 level right at that 5. So continue to test the 5, test the 5, test the 5. And so we'll see if we get a breakout or something. SI right at the 210 level where I had sold that other day, right up in here. So I saw this thing come down, and was this the day? No, it was this day that it came under VWAP. Came down here to the low. I saw it hit this low around here and come back into this previous consolidation level. And that's when I was like, okay, let's play ball. But yeah, they had 17 million shares traded on that candle, going above VWAP. Crazy. Rudy says XPEV a watcher today. Let's see, XPEV. Did you add some more? Let me see. I know the other day we saw it around 10. Which on the 4-hour chart, 10 did end up holding. It had so over the last couple of days, it's been holding these levels. It was holding 834s, had a little gap up, 950s, came down, tested the right above the 950s, another gap up, came down, held the 950s again, another gap up, and then we see the 10s holding, and now another gap up this morning, looks like. From 1020s, was that 25-cent gap up there to the 1054s. So very, very gappy stock. Look at that, SI breaking over the 211s, but on very low volume. We'll have to see some competition on the day. Top volume mover right now over $2 is FRC. Then we have PYXS. And then Tesla. I hate when Tesla wins on the day, man. That thing just takes everybody's attention. Let me see. Rudy said gapped over the downtrend. You cut a good chunk yesterday, 1014, but 974 average. Nice. Okay, so you're still pretty good then on XPEV. Cause you 974. Let me see. That was all the way down here somewhere. So yeah, you're still up almost $1 per share. Mm. What? Oh no, don't say that. Um, okay. All right, anyway, SPY, we're good. Going up. PYXI, PYXS. I don't know. I think this is just continuation from the past days that it was up. So PYXS came down, tested the 250 level. Then on the next day, gapped way up to the 3, jumped all the way up here to the 418s. Let's look back a little bit here. Doesn't look like it has a whole bunch of wicking down, like giving back profit, so it could hold up a little bit. But we'll have to see on PYXS. It is looking like the one of the top movers. I see another stock, JFIN, up 19%. That is, we'll see what that one's talking about. JFIN. Um, So it says, well, their top news, their shares are trading higher after the company reported their earnings. EPS of 145 up from $1.45 up from 36 cents year over year, a better than expected Q4. Okay. What are you guys doing other than that though? A little bit of earnings news there on JFIN. We'll see. What else we got up here? We got Baba. Insert Baba. We got AMC and we got Mara. And we'll see how those hold up. Those are our basically our top 10 in volume right there. We got about 15 minutes to the bell. FRC is still leading the way, breaking over 3 million shares traded. Tesla trying to catch up to it. PYXS. Let me go look at the float on PYXS. PYXS. Float of 14.36 million on PYXS. A little bit lower float. See how it does on the day. Actually, let me check that across the board and see if everybody's in agreement of that float. PYXS shares float 19. So 14 to 19, okay. Shares float. This one says 25 million shares float. Okay, 14, 19, and a 25 million. All right. These are basically the rules that I try to abide by. You know, keeps me safe. Looking for those nice setups. Looking for where the people are. Let me see. PYBS. It does have a shelf registration from last November 2022. We'll see what happens with that PYXS. We just had another one pop up. EBS up 17%. EBS. Okay. Let's see what kind of news this one has. Emergent Biosolutions, 17% on FDA Narcan approval. Let's look into that real quick. Okay, so starting from this morning, we got Biosolution share spike pre-market. March 29th is PDUFA date for Narcan nasal spray for OTC use, over-the-counter use. Got a nasal spray, but what is it? Narcan. Let's go look at Narcan. Isn't that stuff that saves you from like can it like save you from what's that drug? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the drug's name. It's super powerful, killed a lot of people. All you gotta do is touch it and it'll lay you down. I'm thinking that's what that is. Let me go look at what Narcan is. Thinking this is what this is. Opioid, yeah, it's meant to treat opioid overdose, but there's a specific drug that they were calling, it was I'm forgetting what it is. I mean, it's a crazy street drug too. Super, super dangerous. What were they calling it, man? What are the side effects of this drug? Hypertension, muscular, skeletal pain, headache disorder, dry nose, and nasal congestion. It's probably got some more. Oh, yeah, it's definitely got some more. Hypotension, hyperhidrosis. What? Muscle spasms, toothaches. Okay, definitely got some. Oh, did I put neat? What did I spell? All right. Yeah, so this is for the opioid thing. So it could affect a lot of people. I don't know. We'll see. But that is EBS up 17% on the day. So our top gainers out of this is JFIN, and then we got EBS, which is already getting more volume than JSIN, and it's also catching up with PYXS as well. So we'll see who steals the most eyes on the day. But anyway, both of those are actually still behind FRC and Tesla and PYX, or yeah, those two. Donnell says PYXS only up 9% in pre-market. Yeah, it's these gappers are really not that strong, but I mean, we'll see who keeps the strength is the question when this thing pops open. Will EBS, or will it be a something sub $2 that's moving? We'll see once it opens, and then my scans will go out there and see what's up. If it's something sub dollar. VKTX coming on down. I really think that thing can get back to 12 very quickly. we'll do a little bit of watch list cleanup once the market's open, and we can kind of see, you know, what's holding up. Actually, let's look back here at the watch list as well. So previous watch list, we had CDIO up here, still holding around right under the $4, which the coronary heart disease news from like a while back, one of these days. UNCY for that phosphate pill to reduce the volume of patient, or the volume that patients have to take. It fell under $2. PLRT or PLTR still holding around the $8, around the 200 SMA there. AMAM was the breast cancer treatment in China, still holding around that $9 there. Had a nice little run up, and then this has been, looks like it had a little bit of a double bottom here for support, 845, and it's just sitting here right now. AMAM. Mara, that's the crypto mover, had a nice little fall down yesterday, but kind of caught itself around the $7, but we'll see what happens. SI, another crypto, just not able to do any kind of breaking out. Riot, CLSK, BKKT, Moderna investment, that was the GBIO I've been watching, came up here to the 200 moving average and came and is going back down. And these are a couple of the banking stocks that I've been watching. I'm really interested. I've already put orders out for Bank of America, Charles Schwab, and Square. And then I want to, I'm watching PayPal as well to see what it wants to do. But these three already have orders, but I'm watching PayPal. PayPal, I wonder, can it fill this gap here? It's got a 73 gap down to the 71. And then it's got a bottom of 66 down there, which is almost like would be a triple bottom there around the 66s. Then also I'm watching INDO, but that one's continuing down. We'll have to see what that wants to do. If oil comes back up, maybe it'll be able to do something. But yep, those are my watch. Let's see what oil is actually doing today. So we got oil came down here to the 65s, bounced back up to the 73s. NASDAQ holding around the 52s, right above the 50 level. NQ still holding in that uptrend, looking toward it has a high up here of about 13,000. Okay, so yeah, it's about to get real active. Ooh. Got about 6 minutes to the bell. EBS looking really strong though out here, almost 20% up, came up from the 930s up here to the 1076s. Can it steal the eyes on the day is my question. Can it become the number one? Opioid treatment. EBS hit a high up here of the 1070, around the 1075s. Big green candle after a nice move off the $9. EBS, let me actually look and see what that float's looking like on EBS. I don't even know if I checked this before. Float is 45 million in the float. Yes. I mean, all the shelf registration stuff is from 2021, so it's almost past. But this is automatic shelf registration from 8/09/2021, which could still be active. I'm thinking regular shelf registration, I think it's like 2 years, but automatic is a little bit longer, I believe. But we'll see. EBS. Oh, this is what I was talking about right here on EBS. I didn't realize I wasn't on the screen. It's got 2 automatic shelf registrations in there, one for 18, one for 21. Okay. Shares float 40 million. Yeah. Okay. It is shortable and it is optionable, looks like. But we shall see. Top gapper on the day, though. Got quite a list here. I want to get this list a little bit smaller, though. EBS on watch, CNN News article this morning. Yeah, they got a little bit of they got several bits of news out here for the Narcan drug that they're coming out with. Overcan Narcan spray. That means if somebody's overdosing, they can actually go to, maybe a prescription or pharmaceutical place like maybe CVS or something and get it without having to go through like the hospital and or have police. Most I think the police force has it on hand in most of the places where they have major opioid um overdoses, so they have it on hand. But I don't know if all police have it. I know for sure the ones in those areas have it though on hand. But we're definitely watching. May become the number one on the day. It doesn't really have to work too hard. I mean, the top volume is 3 million, so all it's got to do is just get a little bit of a push. We have about almost 30 seconds to the bell on EBS, and that's probably going to be the one that I'm going to watch. Everything else is really not drawing my attention. JFIN going down, down, down. So EBS is standing out on the scans. If someone was to open up their scans right now, what would they be seeing? They'll be seeing these top movers. EBS, PYXS. Okay. So here comes the open. We're going to see the action on EBS today. Huge green candle on the hour chart, moved from 901 up to the 1076 in an hour. Big moves, big range. VWAP for right now is looking like the 1029s coming down a little. Oh, VWAP just recalculated, I guess. VWAP is looking like the 1062s there. As soon as I was saying that, it recalculated. Okay. So we'll see what it wants to do here. VKT coming on down like a storm. Man, that thing can get down to 12. I know it can. I believe in it to go down. All right, so we're gonna start the cleanup. Rudy says you have a couple of orders on Siri, SIRI. EBS holding right around that 1050. Still red across the board on the 4-hour, the hour, and the 15-minute. Time to do some cleanup now, though. So GBIO jumped under $5. We're going to go ahead and clean that one off. Series there. Moving up as well. Cisco. All right. Things are looking FRC just flat. Oh boy, that thing's flat. 4 million shares on it. Tesla jumped up to the top spot, almost 5 million shares traded. Everything under $2 is what, 25 cents. BRDS 25 cents with 29 million shares traded. LGMK and then LOCL. None of those are looking super tasty. FRC, big pump up there. What in the world? 50-cent jump up there. Letting these first candles play out, drawing a lot of attention to itself. EBS down here to $10. Big come down. Only up 13% now. So big pullback on EBS into the $10 range. 3 million shares traded on it. My thing is, what I'm looking for is if the stocks above it can double its volume, I get kind of iffy. But if they start to triple that volume, that 3 million, it's like, all right, you getting left in the dust, buddy. EBS getting a harsh push down here on Wednesday morning. Tesla continuing to pump higher, looking like it had a previous high right here at the 94, right under the 95s. Let's see what kind of push it can get. Yeah, BRDS. Why isn't this thing? Well, I guess it hasn't been enough time. So I think TOS scans they repopulate every 15 minutes. So I guess it'll have to be 15 minutes before they pop up. But yeah, I scanned it. I ran my scanner without it, and this is what I saw over here. BRDS, LGMK. And these are up pretty good, but they're just under the sub dollar, but they'll be popping over soon and we'll be able to check them out. But as for now, I'm just going to let them play, do their thing for the first 15 minutes, and we'll see where they go. Let me actually put this on here, customize, and put in ABAP. Oh, I didn't even add it. Wow. ABAP. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what's here. So this is basically just telling me, are they below or above VWAP? BRDS is looking like it's below. LOCL below VWAP, and then LGMK is above. Oh, nope, BRDS is above. Just recalculate it. So we'll see what those have in store as well once they pop in. Will they continue that same sentiment? DS, LG, MK, and LOCL. All right, so let's jump back over here to Street Smart Edge. And these were our top volume movers, still in a lot of attention today. But we'll see if they end up felling out. LGMK. And I mean, if you're into, sub $, sub $2 level, there they are. Tesla continue to pump up as well. CCL. FRC continues to try to push through 14. PYXS going on down. Look at this competition. 4 million. Oh, man. Come on, man. You got to work. Siri VKTX. Big pull up off the 1522s there. Got down to the 1525s. Pulled all the way back up here to the 1571s. Huge pull up. We'll see if it can compete on the day, though. It's still only got 1 million, so it's got to get some attention into it from these top movers. It's definitely not even in the top 10 right now. MU killing the game as well. Jumped up here from 61 up to 62. What was that other one we were watching? EBS? Where'd you go? EBS. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, EBS. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is a big fall down. That's a big fall down on EBS. Down here to the 9s. I don't know if that's recoverable. Wow. And this is why I let that first hour play out, man. I'll let it play out and see what that competition is doing above it. Think about somebody that bought this at 10.50 looking for the break. Woo! Boy. Down $1 per share. Took out the whole hour candle. So I guess the question will be, can EBS hold? Where can EBS hold? The previous consolidation was here at the 880s for maybe some possible support in this consolidation. And then it had the gap up here, which was up here to the 950s. We'll see if 950 becomes resistance or support for it. But as of now, it's dropped below it, so we'll treat it as resistance. But wow, that is a crazy drop. Gave back everything. All right, BRDS descending as well. Had a high of 25 cents down to the 22s. I'm thinking it can come down a little bit more. Previous consolidation was what, 18 cents down here? So I'm wondering, could it hold up to 18 cents? Not that I'm going to trade it, just, bouncing ideas. LGMK had a little double at this 18 cents for support here across the board. You can see that clearly on the 4 hour. Oops, wrong color. Support 18 cents. Okay, so got a little bit of support there. Tesla continuing up. FRC. EBS. Wow, look at EBS dying, bro. Oh my gosh. Continuing down through the 950s. This is why I let that first hour play out. Perfect example. I ain't getting caught in nothing like that. All the way down. It's got previous consolidation here at the 890s. May give a small bounce, but this is $1 drop. This is huge. Huge drop. On low volume too. So will it even be able to get bought back up is a question. It's got a lot of recovery to do. 890s is previous support. All right, back up to the top. Running through again. FRC broke the 14s and is continuing up 5%. MU all the way to the 63s now. BABA came down a little bit, but I'm thinking it's going to hold. BABA is strong. That's a big drop right there. That's crazy. Siri gave a pop up there and came back into. Okay, so now we got our scanner updating. I see another one that is ARCT. ARCT only 1 million shares. It's up 23%. ARCT. We'll see what that one wants to do. Does this one have any news? ARCT. Calamine. This is looking like it's talking about the same. It's got the same news as the other one, EBS. Equity futures, but it doesn't have anything directly correlating with them though. They had a little bit of earnings news there. And that's it. Okay. All right, so about to start cleaning up the watch list here in a second. PYXS about to fall off the top 10. But yeah, I think I'm going to clean up some of this a little bit, remove that. And I just keep those top gainers though. ARCT going down. It's still up 20% though. Starting its uptrend. So we'll see where it wants to hold. Cisco coming on down. Not too interesting. It is off the top 10. So I'll clean that up. VKTX. Not on the top 10 anymore as well. JFIN, big fail down to the 345s, taking that off. XPEL still up there pushing. Ooh, you're looking good, Rudy. Looking really good. 1086 on XPEL. SI gave a big push out, but it's still holding green though. But it's not competing with anything on top 10 just yet. PYXS. EBS continuing to push down. Insanity. AMC not on the top 10 anymore. Or maybe it's coming on the top 10. We'll leave that up there. It looks like it's coming up. Mara, big push out, 760s up here to the $8. Baba pulling back up a little bit. MU continuing up. So we got a lot of things that are not given, you know, they're kind of strong here on Wednesday. FRC all the way back up. Oh my gosh, let me check the other banking stocks if that one's doing that. Okay, Charles Schwab still coming down good. Bank of America still coming down good. Square needs to come down some more, and then PayPal. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, are all of them ripping? Okay, just FRC for right now, up 7%. I think I'm about to clean up these under these sub-dollar ones. I'm not too interested in their ranges. ARTC starting to lose out. Big red candle downwards. Yep, not competing. Let the shorts have that one. Okay. FRC, man. What in the world is this thing trying to do? It's back up here to what, the 15s? Only up 7%. Clean this one up too. Okay, so we're down to like 12 tickers. Still too much. Mara. Now, today seemed like one of those days where you can make a lot in the first 5 minutes. We had a lot of things going up. If you could take profit in like the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, but every day isn't like this, you know? Every day is definitely not like that. But definitely some crazy movements out of the open. Rudy said, Rudy BRDS. Then we got Rudy took a 10 break on MULN. My gosh. I should have got some water. I'm gonna dehydrate. It's all good. MULN. Oh yeah. MULN's definitely up there. Up 10%. Oh, okay. This, yeah. Okay. 10%. It's like, why am I not seeing? Okay. I see now. Tesla. FRC. Looks like, is it going to do a fake false breakout here of the 1460s on FRC? Huge buying pressure behind. Wow. Popped out of there. 1460 up to the 67. Barely a 10-cent breakout for anybody that bought that breakout. We'll see if it continues to push here up to the 75s. Find a little pause break after a 10-cent breakout. Can we get that push? Where are those 70s on the tape? There's 70, 74, 75 getting hit. Can we see 76s into the 80s? 70, there's the 80s. Very quickly. Can they hold the 80s here? 81s. Wow, 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 wow. So we're seeing some crazy action, seeing the competition here. I like the competition. And the range. Wow. Now, even though I may not see my setup today, I do enjoy why. Oh, SI pulling back towards the $2. Big pullback again. But I've noticed a pattern. It keeps making these lower highs. Back here on this day, it made a high of 12 or 245-ish. Then on this one, a lower high of 230s. Then on today, a lower high of 225. Just continues those lower highs there, which is not appetizing at all. EBS did end up pushing back. It's only up 1% on the day now. Oh my goodness. Let me look at EBS real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? EBS. Wow. Look how much this thing lost. Look at that. Only up 1%. So if someone was to open up their scans right now and see this thing at 1% with this kind of descent, who's going to buy is the question. Who's going to be willing to put their money on the line in something like this? How much buying pressure is it going to take to overcome an hour candle or a 4-hour candle like this? Now, it is coming into like what looks like a double bottom. So maybe it'll find some kind of buying pressure down here. But with it being down this much, I don't think it's a viable option on the day. I mean, you could get a little bounce, but is it worth it though? Is it worth the risk? VWAP is back up here at the 960s. Again, I'm gonna let the first hour play out and kind of see what it wants to do, but it is down 15% since the open. And we got a lot of competition that's still holding up green. So the way that I do this is I want to see, those top movers fall. If they fall, maybe there'll be a little chance for a bounce, but that's crazy. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm looking at this. SI needs to compete on the day. That's the only way I'm going to trade it. If I'm going to do a day trade. SI, its news was what? A couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and it's on continuation. I'm looking for day trades on it. I'm looking for like a nice little, 10 cents, but it's giving less and less 10-cent opportunities. They're closing down and closing down. So, and if it does break, if it breaks over this 250, great. Just let it happen. I took my profit from it. I only took one trade on it. I'm good. So, but for longer, PYXS peeling down as well. Only up 1%. on the bottom of the top tens. SI might catch up with PYXS or whatever. XPEL getting on up there, man. XPEL touched the 11s, grinding higher. Baba, another nice move. Oh, I've told you yesterday. I think Baba can break 100 because it's so strong. I don't know. We'll see. Now on the 15-minute, we can see a little bit of a gap fill that is coming up to. But if it can get up here to the 99.14 and hold that, whew, I think Baba's gonna be nasty to the upside. SPY getting back to 400, looking to break over. Okay. Interesting, man. I like all of this. These are the days I like to just observe. Look at SI getting killed now. SI back to 210. Let's see if it holds down. It's done this multiple times without having an actual flush and holding under $2. But that was my biggest thing there. Let that first hour play out of the day. If it's still strong after that first hour, I'll play it. If not, I'm good. I will leave it on the grill. FRC pulling back now as well. This is almost the first 30 minutes of the market. And we'll see a little bit of digestion of some of the news that's come out. But I think Baba is definitely going to remain strong. I like Baba. EBS trash. Okay. AMC getting on down there as well. Going on red on the day. Don't like that. Okay. So basically, looking over here on the scans, our top 10 volume movers above $2, FRC, Tesla, CCL, MU, AMD. Not seeing any low floats really at the top of the list. EBS and PYXS absolutely got crushed today. So just not in that competition. And what I'm looking for is if these low floats, these top ones get double the volume or triple the volume, I'm definitely, if it gets triple the volume, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll come back another day. But double the volume is like, ooh, that's not good. Especially if anything else pops up on the scan and go ahead and knock them off the top 10. Anyway, nice observation. Nice. But no huge gappers above $2. Top one is Mara holding up 10%. EBS under $9, continuing to push downwards. Came down here and cracked this level of the 892s, but I think I'm gonna take this one off. This one is just a hazard, seems like. And VWAP is moving down very quickly with this one. That means people want to trade this thing lower. Usually with the rip down like this, it won't follow it as much if it's not as much volume in that area. But looks to be a lot of volume in the area. But I'm gonna take that one off. It's trash to me right now. We'll watch it over, I guess, over the next couple. We can put that on the watch list for the opioid addiction thing. Add a group for opioid, Narcan, and the symbol was EBS. Narcan, and I guess I'll look into that later to add to that news, but we'll keep it on watch. We'll see what it wants to do over the next couple of days. Previous consolidation levels was the 880s, 820s, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to see about that one. Let me look on the daily chart. What is it looking like? EBS had a gap fill down here to the 879. So yeah, I'll give it a couple of days and see how it holds around that. But as of now, just adding it to the watch. FRC coming on back down hard and heavy. Big wicks. Okay, so Baba looking like it wants to break that $100, man. Oh, it looks so strong, man. SI. Okay, so we pretty much covered what I wanted to see today. Kind of take some notes, add some things to watch. Let me look through this top. What was the news on MU? MU stock futures got a price target move from 90 to 65. Price target movements not too exciting. Sequoia upgrades Carnival positive from neutral. Okay. AMD nothing today. Baba continue to be strong. Amazon, Starbucks. Okay, just a couple of articles there. Nothing too hot and heavy, so I'll just be watching today. I'm not seeing any low floats hold the list, hold up. All of them got knocked off. The PYXS and the other one EBS got kind of destroyed today. And then what was that other one? PYXS. Yeah. Still in an uptrend though, but you know, just giving up a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Go ahead and remove some of these ones. Anyway, I need to go and get to my meeting for this morning. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Of course, we'll be in the Discord afterwards, continuing the observation of the markets, but I got to get to this meeting. Let me put that Discord link out there real quick. Okay, there's the Discord link there. And if you want to join us in Discord, definitely you can come there. You can, talk to me. You can talk to anybody that's in the community. You can direct at people. So if you see someone's name in there that you recognize or something like that, you can direct at people to come and look at the at your chat. But yeah, that is it for me today on my observation. I just wanted to see what was going to be going on this morning. If there was going to be any low floats that were going to hold. But yeah, definitely a lot of continuation moves on some of these that have been dipping. Like the ones that were dipping on Monday are now getting a little bit of resurgence today. But yeah, you guys, if you're going to continue trading, please be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.